Good morning. Welcome to the 2014 commencement ceremony at Clear Creek High School. My name is Joel Mancini, and I am the president of the class of 2014. The Pledge of Allegiance will be given by our secretary, Sophia Escalante. The pledge to the Texas flag will be given by our treasurer, Morgan Bennett. The national anthem will be sung by the Clear Creek Choir. The Armed Services recognition will be given by our historian, Sydney Stewart. And the invocation will be given by our vice president, Nicole Alvarez.
Please stand for the presentation of colors. Clear Creek men, please remove your mortar boards. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose such stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing until the color guard leaves the field. Thank you. Please be seated. Because our commencement is being held at Veterans Memorial Stadium, we would like to begin our ceremony by honoring the special guests in our audience who have served in the military. We know that a veteran, whether active duty, discharged, retired, or reserved, is someone who, at one point in his or her life, agreed to write a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including his or her life. At Clear Creek High School, we recognize and honor the courage and patriotism of your commitment to our country. It was President Truman who said that our debt to the heroic men and valiant women in the service of our country can never be repaid. They have earned our undying gratitude, and America will never forget their sacrifices. So at this time, we ask that all men and women in uniform, past, present, and future, to please stand and wave so that we may honor your service to our country.
Please join me for the invocation. We gather here today with grateful hearts on this joyous occasion. We are especially thankful for our families, friends, teachers, and educators who have served as the guiding influence to help us reach our individual goals and our personal best. At Clear Creek High School, we have been given the opportunity to learn those things that will forever enrich our lives. Let us face the future with confidence and courage and with a willingness to reach out and embrace the unknown. Let us think in terms of all mankind and our service to the world. Let us be true to ourselves and faithful to our alma mater, remembering with great pride and affection that we are the class of 2014. Thank you.
At this time, I have the great privilege of introducing the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District. Our school board president is the proud mother of 2 Clear Creek Wildcats. She serves as president of the Orchestra Booster Club. Please welcome Miss Wynn Weber. Our school board vice president is Dr. Laura DuPont. The board secretary is Mr. Ken Valaker. Our school board trustees include Miss Ann Hammond, Mr. Charles Pond, Miss Paige Rander, and Miss Dee Scott. Thank you to the Board of Trustees for your unwavering support of Clear Creek High School. It's my pleasure to recognize our district leadership from the Clear Creek Education Support Center. Please give a big Wildcat welcome to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith. Please welcome the Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Stephen Ebel. The Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education and former Clear Creek High School Principal, please welcome back Mr. Scott Bacher. And the Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education, please welcome Ms. Holly Hughes. I would like to introduce the members of the Clear Creek High School Administration who will be conducting today's ceremony. First is our campus instructional leader. He's a champion child advocate who bleeds maroon. Seniors, please welcome your new principal, Mr. Jamey Majewski. The associate principal is Mr. David Drake. The Dean of Instruction is Ms. Marty Humphreys. And our head counselor is Ms. Marshall Ponce.
At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the members of our campus leadership team. The assistant principals are Mr. Brian Harper, Mr. Rupert Hasso, Miss Perry Johnson, and Miss Ashley Orr. Our counselors are Miss Diane Briggs, Miss Laura Stepp, Miss Elizabeth Updegraff, Miss Cherie Weatherford, and Miss Michelle Wilson.
Good morning, Wildcat families and friends, and good morning to the class of 2014. I'm Jamey Majewski, principal. Let me start by saying what a privilege it is to be here today. In January, when I was making the transition back to Clear Creek, I had many conversations with Mr. Bacher. As he passed the torch to me, one constant theme kept resurfacing, was how impressive this particular senior class was. 2 words were repeated often: great kids. For the past 5 months, I have witnessed firsthand what Mr. Bacher was referring to, and I quickly concluded that he was right. Seniors, please know how honored I am to serve you, the great kids of Clear Creek High School. Today's ceremony is evidence of a strong and vibrant relationship between Clear Creek High School, our students, and their families. Today we celebrate the collective effort that has produced just over 400 seniors who are well-educated and mindful of their roles and responsibilities as citizens of a global community. Thank you to all, our parents, relatives, and community members for your ongoing support of Clear Creek High School. I would also like to acknowledge the outstanding efforts of our faculty and staff, as well as the elementary and intermediate schools in the Clear Creek feeder pattern. Thank you for inspiring, nurturing, and mentoring our students throughout the years. Today's ceremony honors the entire educational experience from kindergarten through 12th grade. Seniors, you have excelled academically, athletically, and through the visual and performing arts. One particular achievement that I am especially proud to share is that 98% of our seniors have applied to college. We have a record number of honor graduates and more students earning the Distinguished Diploma than ever before. We have district champions and state qualifiers in athletics, as well as all state musicians and artists. The class of 2014 has certainly raised the bar for future Wildcats to follow. Seniors, you have been fortunate to attend schools in the district where the strong leadership of the superintendent and the board of trustees is rooted in forging our own identity. We have a core set of belief statements that reminds us of who we are and how we should be. Our goal is that students will embody these belief statements in their daily lives. One particular belief statement that speaks to me personally, and most likely many of you, is about the importance of maintaining balance in life. That belief statement says, today's experiences are as valuable as tomorrow's opportunities. So what does that mean? It means we live in a fast-paced world, always in a hurry to get to that next place or to check off the boxes when our tasks are completed. We are bombarded by a continuous stream of information, which means we spend a great deal of time trying to decipher what is important and what is not. Living in the moment is important. You may have heard the story about the man who took his violin to one of the busiest metro stations in Washington, D.C. It was an icy cold January morning in 2007 when he started playing. Passengers rushed past him, never noticing or slowing down. The man played continuously for an hour, surrounded by the mad dash of frazzled people rushing to get to work. When he finished playing, silence overtook the metro station. Over 2,000 people passed through the station on that morning for that hour-long performance, and very few acknowledged the music. What the passengers did not know was that they had been subjected to a social experiment conducted by the Washington Post. The violinist was Joshua Bell, one of the greatest musicians in the world. He played some of the most intricate pieces ever written on a violin valued at $3.5 million. 2 days before the Metro experiment, Joshua Bell had a sold-out, standing room only performance at a Boston theater where the average ticket price was $100. The experiment raises an interesting question. How many things are we missing as we rush through life? Wildcats, you're busy people with ambitious goals, living in the fast-paced, high-tech world of the 21st century. I encourage you to slow down and enjoy the unique experiences of each and every day. Take time to appreciate the beauty and goodness of your family and your friends. Great music is playing all around you. Be sure to listen with your ears and with your heart. My advice would be to find the good in the ordinary and to extend kindness and patience to all. respect the dignity of every human being. Always do your best and channel your energy into making positive contributions to this world. Today's experiences are as valuable as tomorrow's opportunities. The diploma you receive today will forever tie you to Clear Creek High School. Please know that you will always have a home here. As we like to say, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Thank you for being the great kids that you are. We are so very proud of you. Congratulations and enjoy this moment. At this time, please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith.
Well, greetings, Wildcats, and welcome to this weekend's Extreme Water Loss Contest. Seriously, please stay hydrated. This is your last high school test this morning. I stand before you today highly impressed by many accomplishments of this very competitive senior class. You have distinguished yourselves as intellects, artists, athletes, musicians, performers, engineers, and craftsmen, with a record number of honor graduates and a valedictorian headed for Harvard. The class of 2014 has certainly left its mark at Clear Creek High School. Many seniors have already taken their studies outside the classroom and teamed up with professionals in the field of their particular interest. It's great to be out here in a sea of maroon. And we got a little blue, and we have a little orange over here, and a little green over there. It's great to see people flying their colors. But I am utterly fascinated by both the names and the accomplishments in and out of this high school and the great students here. I want to mention a few this morning. Roman Strohmeyer, Sean Kelly, Ronnie Finger worked with NASA in the Hunch program to test crystallization in a microgravity experiment and environment. They flew their experiment at Ellington Field on board NASA's zero-gravity plane. J.C. Malloy, Aaron Rustin, and Braden Loya designed metal panels with 3D printed hardware. The panels were fabricated by students in Clear Creek's metal manufacturing class and now used by the astronauts at Johnson Space Center. Through the Independent Study and Mentorship Program, Michelle Fornham had the privilege of working alongside physicians at the Memorial Hermann Southeast Emergency Room. She did research to compare liver disease caused by alcoholism versus liver disease caused by the metabolic risk factors such as obesity, high cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. And what were Michelle's conclusions? Be very careful about what you eat and drink. Then there's Denmark Honorario, and Sean Kelly collaborated with an electrical engineering professor at Texas A&M University. Together, they designed, built, and programmed a competitive robotic vehicle with microprocessors. But we all know that the life of the mind doesn't end when the school bell rings at 2:30 each day. In Clear Creek ISD, we believe in lifelong learning. Bo Chen is a first-generation example of that, first-generation American who has excelled in many areas. Bo attended the Summer Enrichment Program at New York University last year and completed a college-level economics class. Bo has had great appreciation for the cultural, socioeconomic, and religious differences that are part of American life. No doubt, his parents are very proud, as Bo will be the first in his family to attend college. Leela Imperio has utilized the skills she learned in Clear Creek Sign Language Program as a launching pad for her bachelor's degree. Leela has received a full merit scholarship from Lamar University to become a teacher in deaf education. Leela, take a note. See me when you graduate. We may just have a job for you. Marley Foster will continue to touch lives of children long after she has left Clear Creek. This ambitious community volunteer is the founder of Camp Create, a summer program for aspiring young artists. Through Marley's initiative and collaboration with the Butler Longhorn Museum, Camp Create has been expanded into a nonprofit organization. Marley will continue her art studies at Rice University. But who could ever forget Jose Soto. He is best known as Clear Creek's singing chef. Jose is a member of the choir, the musical, and the culinary arts program, and he is graduating magna cum laude and will attend the Hilton School of Hotel and Restaurant Management at the University of Houston. Thomas McCulloch, I've never heard guacamole sung like you can sing. You did a great job. But at Clear Creek, it's not all about academics. There's a balance. You balance your academics and your heart. And through the past 4 years, some of you have been touched by illness and faced great challenges. In some cases, tremendous courage and faith were needed. Remember when Katie Rainey was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome in 10th grade. She was paralyzed on the left side and experienced a whole host of unwanted health problems. Katie spent the entire summer battling the illness and relied on her years of athletic training to maintain her mental strength. Katie regained full physical health and served as this year's captain of the girls' varsity soccer team. So seniors, what can you take away? Yeah, congratulations, Katie, really. Seniors, what can you take away from these stories of your classmates? Perhaps, just perhaps, there are many different definitions of success, as not one of them was contingent upon your tax or end-of-course exam scores. Your education at Clear Creek High School will serve you well as you head out in the future. It may manifest itself actually in different ways, perhaps through intelligence, kindness, courage, and integrity. These traits are much more valuable than any grades on a report card and are the true hallmarks of an educated person. I've mentioned some students by name this morning, but in life you usually have 3 names. First, it is the one the parents give you, your parents, which can be after someone that inspired them or someone that they love. Several of us up here actually know a Dell computer representative by the name of Snow White. Her parents had a great sense of humor. The second name, your second name, is the one that you will make for yourself by the job you do. The third, and possibly the most important, is the one that others give you, which sums up your time on earth as a person. This is the one that has touched so many lives over so many years, which truly sums up your experience with mankind and who you really are. My hope for your third names includes confident, loving, kind, helpful, hardworking, and a friend. So congratulations, Wildcats. May you leave here today, just like your head counselor, lead counselor, Marshall Ponce, feeling confident, loving, kind, helpful, hardworking, and a friend. We wish you all the very, very best. Congratulations.
We have 2 special awards to present today. The Weber Awards date back to the opening of Clear Creek High School in 1956 and are named in honor of Clear Creek's founding principal, Mr. Alan Weber. These awards have been given each year at graduation to the one boy and one girl who the faculty believes best epitomizes the idea of the most outstanding student. Winners are selected based upon their leadership, academics, extracurricular involvement, and service to the school and community. The Weber Award is the most prestigious award that a student can win at Clear Creek High School. It is reserved exclusively for seniors and is the only award allowed to be presented during commencement ceremony. The recipients will have their names engraved on the Weber School plaque, which hangs in Clear Creek High School on permanent display. Each winner will receive a Gold Cup trophy and a college scholarship valued at $500. The Weber Award for the most outstanding girl goes to Ms. Madison Wadika. And the Weber Award for the most outstanding boy goes to Mr. Jared Castillo.
Madison is a member of the Health Science Technology Program, the volleyball team, and the softball team. Jared is a member of the marching band and the varsity swim team. Now, there's also something very special about this year's Weber Award winners. They have both decided to play collegiate sports and to pursue active military service. Please congratulate Madison on her acceptance to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Jared is graduating magna cum laude and will attend the United States Naval Academy. Congratulations to our most outstanding boy and girl. At this time, I have the great privilege of introducing Clear Creek High School's two highest-ranking graduates. Janella Clary has earned the title of Salutatorian by distinguishing herself in both academics and extracurricular activities. Janella is a National Merit Scholar, a National Hispanic Scholar, and a 3-time Superintendent Scholar. She is a student who truly exhibits multiple intelligences. Janella's interests cut across all sectors of campus life. She has been a standout in the fine arts, athletic, and engineering programs. Janella is a member of the National Spanish Honor Society, the National Technical Honor Society, and the famed Clear Creek High School Marching Band. She plays percussion, cymbals, piano, oboe, and xylophone. Janella is also a varsity athlete. She ran cross country and played water polo. As a member of Clear Creek's Project Lead the Way, Janella's academic credentials include an impressive array of science, technology, engineering, and math classes. Janella will parlay her high school experiences into a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. She has been awarded a National Merit Scholarship that covers all cost of attendance at the University of Oklahoma. Seniors, please welcome your salutatorian, Janella Clary.
Good morning, teachers, administrators, counselors, families, and students. Today is a bright day, full of hope and promise, and I am glad you are able to share it with us. All the wonderful achievements of this special class could not have been possible without your support. I must extend a thank you to all of you for your encouragement and guidance. I am very much honored to speak at this ceremony that marks such a huge transition in our lives, and thank God for the opportunity. Despite all of the value we place on luxuries and appearances, time is still often said to be the most precious thing, so use it wisely. Don't waste it on things that are temporarily gratifying. Rather, invest your time and effort on things that can last a lifetime, like making lasting friendships, getting a higher education, and developing a respectable reputation. Believe in yourself, and you can make it happen. All of your futures are unclear, but don't let this scare you, because they are filled with opportunity. It seems like just yesterday we were getting ready for the very first day of kindergarten, and now we are here. Most of us have been in this school district for 13 years. We came to this school as strangers, and now we leave as friends. We have laughed, we have cried, and from it all, we have grown. Now we must go our separate ways, leaving what we've been so familiar with to adventure into the bigger world. College is a time of self-discovery. Break out of your comfort zone and interact with those you normally wouldn't.
Take chances, try new things, and visit other places. You never know until you try. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Do not be a follower, be a leader. Be true to yourself and set an example for others with your hard work and ambition. Everyone in this stadium is capable of making a difference. We are the leaders of tomorrow. No one can hold you back, only you can limit yourself. So don't waste your opportunities. As you go out into the world, strive to make a difference. Remember, you are the future. You can change the world. Among us sits the scientist who will save millions of lives by creating a cure for a disease. You can do anything you set your mind to. There will be many obstacles you must confront, but all you need to overcome them is to have determination and to search for the right resources to help you. And when you do overcome your challenges, take pride in your work. Of what use is it to work so hard and not enjoy the fruits of your labor? Never find yourself too busy to laugh. Follow your dreams and pursue your passions. But most of all, have fun. As you start this new chapter in your life, don't be afraid to fail. As one door closes, another opens. Right now, we are standing in the doorway, ready to step over the threshold of tomorrow. So I encourage you, make your first step bold, wherever the adventure of life takes you. Where will you be in 40 years? What will you have accomplished? What will be your legacy? The choices you make now will determine the answer. The journey to this day has been hard and tiring, but enjoyable and worthwhile. We have gained so much. So, class of 2014, as you spend your final moments at this school, I encourage you to think back and fondly reflect on the lessons you've learned. Reflect on all the good times you have had, on all the friendships you have made, and all the effort it took to get you here. Look back and be proud. One day, we will look back and say that these years were the best in our lives. No matter how many years pass, we will always treasure the precious moments of friendship, thrill of learning, and the spirit of unity that each and every one of us has experienced at this spectacular high school. There is no doubt we will all greatly miss Clear Creek High School. Because of your incredible talents and capacity for greatness, I know graduating high school is only the first of many accomplishments for you. Congratulations, fellow graduates of the class of 2014. Good luck as you step out of the shelters of your home and into the exciting unknown. This is not the end, it's just the beginning.
Our next speaker will be the valedictorian, Michelle Raji. Michelle has been a leader in all areas of campus life at Clear Creek. She served as president of the National Honor Society, president of the Rotary Interact Club, vice president of the Spanish National Honor Society, vice president of the National Science Honor Society, captain of the girls varsity tennis team, and captain of the academic decathlon team. In the classroom, Michelle is an AP Scholar with distinction, a National Achievement Scholar, a National Merit Commended Scholar, and a 4-time Superintendent Scholar. Michelle is a winner of the Rotary Youth Leadership Award and the Phi Beta Kappa Scholarship. She was named the statewide winner of a scholarship underwritten by the Texas Caucus of Black School Board Members. For college, our valedictorian is headed for the Ivy League. Please join me in congratulating Michelle for being admitted to Harvard. Now, seniors, I want you to understand the significance of Michelle's acceptance at our country's oldest and most prestigious university. Only 5% of the 34,000 students who applied to Harvard this year actually made it. And your valedictorian was at the top of the list. And guess what, seniors? There's an added bonus. When you graduate from Clear Creek and go to Harvard, you get to keep wearing maroon and white for the next 4 years. So needless to say, Michelle will fit right in. She plans to major in English with a minor in global health and health policy. Michelle aspires to become a physician and to advocate for underserved areas in the United States and abroad through organizations such as Doctors Without Borders. So at this time, seniors, please welcome your valedictorian, Michelle Raji.
Good morning. To start, I'd like to acknowledge the people who helped get us here today. I want to say thank you to our families, to our friends, to the administration and staff, to our teachers and coaches and directors and neighbors. Thank you. Thank you for being a constant presence. When we think of home, we think of you, the people who made us into who we are today. I also want to acknowledge the opportunity of being here today. It's said a lot, but we are incredibly lucky to receive an education like this. 50 years ago, I would not have had the opportunity to stand here with the honor of addressing the graduating class. So here goes. Senioritis is a crippling disease. Its symptoms are turning in assignments late, showing up late to school, and deciding to wear the same sweatpants for 3 days straight. Senioritis is the reason I wrote this speech at 1 o'clock in the morning, the day of the deadline. What's even worse about senioritis is forgetting what we've accomplished. We forget how much we put into these last 4 years, and more importantly, why. We overcame the indecipherable nightmare that was college admissions, the stress of junior year, the naivety of sophomore year, and the confusion of freshman year. Yet my fellow Wildcats will sing at Carnegie Hall and have competed for robotics on an international level. My friends and classmates have flown on NASA's infamous Vomit Comet and have competed nationally in speech and debate, cheer, band, dance, and art. I've watched in awe of my peers as they led their clubs, newspaper, service organizations, and teams to district and regional championships. And they did all of this while excelling academically. The class of 2014 are some of the nicest and most talented people I've ever met. It goes without saying that this was a great year for us. We should be proud of our accomplishments. Yet at the same time, we must remember from this day on, nothing we did in high school will matter anymore. Your GPA, your SAT score, your social capital will all be gone. That can be daunting for some, but for others it heralds unimaginable joy. In this moment, high school stops being capital H high school. It becomes the lowercase high school. It's something we all have to live through, to experience, to absorb, and maybe, if you're lucky enough, to really enjoy. You can bask in the nostalgia for a little while, and you should. But beyond the doors of Clear Creek, beyond its russet walls is the real world, a chance to truly find a niche for yourself and to become who you want to be. Now is the time to hold yourself accountable to the failures and successes in your life, to your dreams and passions, and to your character and happiness. In many ways, this is a blank slate. We may be adults, but we're not nearly through our most formative years. Graduation is a culmination, but also a second chance. For a scholarship application, I had to write an essay giving advice about high school to students at the elementary I attended. At first, I was excited. I had so much wisdom to share. First, you need to take all pre-AP classes, but not so-and-so because that will ruin your GPA. And you need to do so-and-so before you take your SAT. And don't wear that purple woven poncho. Listen to your mother because somehow it's not as cute as you think it is. But then I paused. How did we get here? I imagined it to be greater somehow. Capital H High School was not like it was on That's So Raven or Lizzie McGuire. There were no antagonists, evil teachers, visions of the future, or little cartoons that told us what to do on their shoulders. There's so much gray area, and there's good and bad in all of us. We know nothing of the future, and there's a lot more heartache and humor and procrastination. Much like life, you can't teach someone to be good at high school because nothing will be what you expect it to be. So to those fifth graders, I say, find things other than your GPA, other than that internship, other than society's expectations to constitute your self-worth. Someone once said, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as who you become by achieving your goals. What you don't know is you'll forget the Texas Pledge in front of hundreds of people. You'll get into Harvard. You'll find new passions. You'll pull an all-nighter. You'll start to like coffee. You'll fail. You'll wear all black for a year because that's how you feel. You'll paint your face blue for a grade. You'll get a job, and you'll quit a job. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. So my advice to all of you graduating in the class of 2014 is similar to the admittedly vague advice I gave to the fifth graders at Ferguson Elementary. Nothing will be like you expect it to be. The real world will be triumphant, uncomplicated, and impossibly stressful. What's important is to overcome all of this. To overcome like you did in high school. To strive to be good, and to change your fate for the better. So go on, class of 2014. Go on creating yourself endlessly, and little by little you'll become the human beings you hoped but never anticipated you would be. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2014.
It's now time to certify our candidates. Dr. Smith, please join me at the podium. Dr. Smith, I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed the course of study as prescribed by the state of Texas. In addition, they have satisfied all of the graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Mr. Majewski, I accept your certification and hereby declare these students as graduates of Clear Creek High School with all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
To help ensure that every family has the opportunity to hear their student's name read, we ask that you refrain from using air horns, whistles, and noisemakers. Please remain seated in the bleachers for the entire ceremony. On behalf of the class of 2014, we appreciate your cooperation.